Okay, alright. Good evening, good evening. May na natin to. Medyo malag. Daming online. I think 1,700 people due to WOE. WOE hours kasi sa ngayong oras. So, sana di tayo madisi. So, up na natin yung Endless Tower Run. Pero before that, babas muna ako. Hopefully this time, medyo okay na yung run natin. Last weekend, niran ko same character. But kinda scuff yung run kasi nang kinakapa ko pa. Basically, it's the same build, Ignition Break hybrid with Dragon Breath. Redeem ko muna yung tawag dito, Almighty Buffs. Meron na tayo ditong prepared na merit badge. Miracle Buffs. Malag. Sana di tayo ma-DC. Shoutout sa Sir Ren, Sir Pong Sakorn. Welcome to our stream. Tala ako sa Misty Island. Nandun na yung yung aking party leader. Basically, just to generate the instance. Then we proceed using this root knight. Tab lang ako, alt tab. I-generate lang ako ng instance. Yan. Let's go. Alright. Medyo doubt ako kung ano pa yung approach. Sir Raymond, shout out. Welcome to our stream. Basically, I just slap the runes. I'm not really a pure DB build. I use DB for just clearing non-MVP floors. Then we go DB. We go Ignition Break when pacing MVP floors. Basically, I imported some Dragon Breaths gears, like the new ones, the Dragon, what you call this? The Spear, the YSF. Malag. Games lagging. 1.7 people online. Oh, meron pa isa. Where's that? Pinugaan yeah. Dragon Breath. Still, this approach is faster than using Ignition Break or 100 Spear for clearing mobs inside. GTB na yan baka naman. Hindi na ako mag-ignition break dito. Just GTB. Just kill it. Sad. Makuha yung gold. tayo or... Nah, snap it. You loot it. Yeah, gold. Then we will throw the other loots. We don't want it. Look talaga. Oh, sana cards na yan sa upper floors. Kahit doppel lang. I mean, doppel is price spike due to new item. Full force. Set effect kasi. Storm Blast. May naka-hiding? May naka-hiding. Wala. Wala na naman. Yo, dice. Damn, I was lagging. So many people online. No, not. That's fake news. I'm noob playing Dragon Breath. This is not my portal actually. I honestly. May naiiwan. Lagi. I mean, yeah. Wala. Walang loot. Damn. Forgot this ant egg. Kala ko, I mean, just a loot. Yeah, ganun yung approach ko. Whenever comes to MVP floors, I just shift to Ignition Break. Then, non-MVP floors, just clear it with Dragon Breath. It is faster. Just, Lagi ko talagang naiiwan yung mga nasa baba na yan. Di naman ganun kagandahan yung Dragon Breath damage ko kasi di naman talaga ito yung build ko. Lagi ko naiiwan sa baba. Always forget those. Lagi lang ako nakatingin sa sa harap. Kaya. Ano nga to? Hoy, Sir Jim. Basta, shout out. Still though. I'm in the middle process of getting, well, good or best in my area of VPN. Yeah, it sucks living in the Philippines. Are overs. NFT yun, di ba? Ghost yata tong iba dito. Alam ko NFT yung Arrowverse, then don't know. Pero I don't play. Di ako lalaro dun. Blockchain, alam mo naman ng ano eh. I mean, hindi naman sa pag-ano, pero we already know some of the games that were based on blockchain. Alam mo natin ang mangyayari dyan. Grabe, ang bagal ko. I'm slow. Actually, okay na yung increase ng ignition breath. I mean, the Dragon Breath itself. Kasi nung last Saturday, I guess, mga nasa 100 plus lang ako. But this new gear, ito, and ito. Although some of my gears are not basically optimized for DB, okay lang yan. I mean, just for the sake of DB. Ay, nilispell pa ako. Nilispell pa ako. Oo, mahirap talagang tansyahin yun. I don't know yung exact echo ng RO-verse, land-verse. No comment na lang muna. Masaya ako dito sa renewal. Lagi kong nakakalimutan itong mga nasa gilid talaga. Napaka-tunnel vision ko. Damn. Alam ko kasi kung 'di ba, I mean, di naman ako expert sa ganyan, pero the economy itself ng game, depende rin talaga sa yung overall kumbaga ang tawag dito, performance nung ano, whatever. Pero classic daw yung settings, yun yung alam kong may mga ghosts. Ghosts? Ano to? Iba ng ano, element. Ay, napindot ko pa yung golden something. Dadala kasi ako ng maraming golden X for the sake of mamayang kina-Ifrit. Although overkill yung dami ng golden X. Ay, di sa necromancer pa pala. Sa floor ni Ifrit. Ay, ni ang tawag dito? What you call this? Sa floor ni FBH. Ready tayo mamaya just in case mabasagan tayo ng items. Bumili tayo ng ano, party hard pack for the Capra cards. Yun ang naging problema ko last time. Nabasag yung old rune circlet ko. Mga ghost to. Ano yung 35? Di na ako on track sa MVP. Basta 10 seconds, pwede na yan. TG. Wala. Damot. Ay, pwede na natin i-DB yan. Mamaya na ako magro-rules sa ano, pag MVP floors. Magagana pa naman yan. Yung purpose lang ng runes ko, ano lang yun, to support may ignition break. Pero kasi magsasuffer yung dragon breath. Nakalax ako dun eh. Interaction ng dragon breath fire pag lax shadow, magiging shadow instead of fire. The dragon breath water with lux instead of water, magiging neutral. Actually pwede yun, yung neutral. Parang ano ka eh, you cover most of the mobs. Hindi mo na iniintindihin yung elemental weakness. Pero sa baba. Dalawa. Sa taas ba yun? Uy. runes tayo. MVP na yun eh, floor 40. Ano to? Yung samurai. Saan yung samurai na yun? Sure, pwede rin ako mag-DB habang naka-IB gears. Kaya lang bagal eh. I mean the delay. Kaya well, ship kagad pag natapos. Na, forgot this. Ano ba isa? Saan yung isang yan? May nag-cloaking. Code siguro yun. Ano, ang pangat nga ng spam. Kasi parang may slight delay dun sa pagyuko. Well, hindi ko naman main ang Dragon Breath. I just use Dragon Breath for this specific instance only. Pero outside 80, Ignition Break. Ay, mga ano pala to. Ay hindi, naka-neutral pala ako. Pumasok sa isip ko kasi water. Meron sa baba, ano ba naman yan? Lagi kong nakakalimutan. "44 MVP rooms. Oh, same tactics. Same ulit sa Ignition Break. Ano to? Hybrid between Ignition Break saka Dragon Breath. Mamaya pakita ko yung tawag dito. Skill tree. Kasi pag ganito kang bagal eh. Ayun, parang one step IB, one step IB. Di tulad ng Dragon Breath, maititira mo sa labas. Ayun yung skill tree ko. Dragon Breath, tapos Ignition Break. Wala na akong 100 spear. Wala talaga purpose ng Dragon Breath ko. Sa 80 lang talaga siya. Outside 80, naka-ano ko, Ignition Break. Even may stats itself, stat build. It is not meant for Dragon Breath. Kasi kung Dragon Breath, dapat mataas ang feat niya. Saka in. Sanay ako dun sa skill na tinututok sa monster. Dragon Pet kasi sa lupa. Wala na naman. Ay hindi, may YGG. Sa YGG Perry nabubuhay yan. Diba mas mabilis i-clear pag ignition break. Kahit din naman. I mean, I soloed PT using GX. Yung meta pa ng ano pa yun. Ay, Vision Break. Sorry. Yung meta pa ng tawag dito. Witcher Assault. Medyo matrabahong gawin. 2 hours ako doon. Kasi backslide Witcher Assault, backslide Witcher Assault. Maliit lang kasi yung AOE ng Witcher Assault. Kaya talagang matrabahong gawin. Hindi ko pa kasi napapa-level uli yung ay, ghost pala to. Yung GX ko, busy ako sa dalawang RK. Yung una kong RK ito, max na. Pinapa-level ko yung second. At pagkatapos nun, GX na ulit. Ito pa isa. $55. Ano nga itong 55? BSL yata to. Ganun lang, paliguan mo lang ng ignition break. Tapos yun. Spammable na kasi dahil sa new item. Ano ako na-dispel? Parang na-dispel ako. Nawala yung ibang buffs. Ay hindi. Bumagsak lang yung buffs ko. Sina Cenia na to. Nasa yung Cenia? Napatay na ba yung Cenia? Ano yun? Tyrant. Ang masasabi ko sa yung bagong gear, yung Tyrant, okay siya kung hindi ka strength lock build. Kunyari, Ranger. Afford bang mag-max strength ang Ranger? Doon siya sa classes na ganun. Pero kung like GX ka na naka 125 strength, 125 lock ka na, parehas lang ng damage yun pag level 200. Good siya sa mga ano, yung di gumagamit ng either luck or strength. Best example nga yung GX. Even the genetics. Kasi di naman nila afford mag-luck. Ano sila, strength in. Tulad tong build na to. Strength ano to eh. Strength lang yung mataas eh. I mean yung possible ko, strength. Kasi sa ano eh, yung stat build na to meant for instant cast ignition break. So hindi ko afford mag-passage dito kasi kulang ako ng luck. Kaya ko Tyrant dito. Pero overall, even the GX can adjust their stats. Kunyari, di mo fan ng 125 strength, 125 luck. Pwede kang mag 125 luck, 120 strength. Hindi mag ka, Tyrant. Kasi pag nag-passage ka, kulang ka dun. Atroce yata to. Ano pa isa? Kala ko pet. Kung nakapassage ka na at GX ka, goods na yun. Medyo mahal ang Tyrant ngayon eh. Other classes talaga yung magbe-benefit dun. Kasi automatic naman sa GX na strength lock. Then kung max damage, hindi 125, 125 or 130 lock, 120 strength. May ghost. May ghost ba rito? $70. Sino nga MVP sa 70? Yung orcs. Ghosts. Wala na akong runes. Mamaya na lang ulit. Itong mga ano na to. Isa? Masan yun? Ano yun? Bali kapag Tyrant maganda at ang combo, the Bolus Swing, panalo sa range. Ano ba? Range. Depende sa build ng range. Ano ba? Kung genetic na Seraphim Coronet pa rin naman yun. Kung mga ano to 75, yung Dark Lord Bapo. Yung mga tawag ko, Ranger, depende. Seracoro or Little Garden for Pass. Uy! Sumabit. Goes. Ganun pa rin naman yung mga build ng ano. I mean, wala namang nagbago sa middle nila. Ranger and genetic ang ano ko talaga. Ang tingin ko nag-benefit dun sa Tyrant. Kasi although that may Lord of Royals. Strength in, parang pasay siya pero strength in version. Kaya lang saglit lang eh. Kasi yung sumunod na OCP, Tyrant, hindi mo lang nagtagal. Yun yung ginagamit ko dito dati. Kasi build nito dati ay strength in. Naka 250 total. Eh lumabas yung Tyrant card. Uy, card! Trade card. Uy, pwede yan. Magagamit ko yan. Wow. Ay, ito yung ano. Sina ano to? Sina Pauline Bishop. Nga. Bali nag-activate ako ng ano, ng Golden X kasi may reflect yung mga necromancer. Then type. dive mo na yung ignition brick sa falling bishop. Ganun lang. Although pwede naman yung approach na pure ka na luck. Ay, pure ka luck. So, sorry. Yung pure na ignition break. Kaya lang, ang bagal sa ibang floors. Kaya yun yung kinonsider ko. Lalo na pagkalabo mo pa reflect. Oo, pag luck based character. I mean, passage talaga. Pwede namang i-adjust. Depende talaga sa gusto mong gawin sa stat. Ang maganda, marami kang option. Pero may slight advantage ang passage ka dahil sa perfect hit. Meron na namang oo. Mahirap kasi yung mga Seraphim Coronet users, hindi nila afford mag-lock. Si Nico, Arrow Storm na alam ko int yun. So Seraphim, sabi ko sa kanya, sakto yan sa ano mo. Yung Tyrant. Hindi ka na magbabasage. Ifrit na to. Ifrit, favorite. Sisipatin lang natin kung nasaan. Uy, nasa bungad lang. Let's go, sa go. Uy, shit na divest. Sakto bitaw ng ignition break na divest. Kamote. Si Raulo yun na divest. Hindi tayo nakaporma dun. Sakto. Anyways, sakit lang naman yan. May ghost ba? Hindi ako tumatama. Sakto eh. Ay, GX. Nako, medyo matagal pa tayo mag-GX. Lag. Hindi ko sure boss, pero magpapalevel pa kasi ako ng second RK. Although 197 na yun, pero hindi ko mapapangako na right away mag-GX. Kasi nakakapagod din magpa-level. Nagpapahinga ako like week or 2 weeks. Pero may naiisip na akong way of leveling ng GX. Naka-acquire na rin ako ng mga necessary items. Pag when it's time, yun na yun. Doon ko siya itatry. Ghost. Ito. Atroce. Itong Valkyrie Randgris na to. Linisin ko nga muna. Uy, nasa bungad. Pwede na. Kaya lang kasi baka ma-dispel tayo. Mahirap na pero sugod. Diba? Ignition break is the way. Ano pang-anim? Saan yun? Parang nagbabag ako. Ano pa isa? Sa dulo nagtatago. Oo nga pala, guardians pala itong mga to. Nagmamadali akong mag-dive. Oh, ay, di ako maka-attack. Ay, ito ang piano. Ang tawag dito. Si KK. Grabe lag. Uy, shit. Lag na. Beelzebub. Ay, ito ghost to. Wala na akong tatama na ako dito. Mga bayo to eh. Uy, lag ng laro. Hindi na ako magro-runes. Dalawang floor na lang din naman. Crothen na yan eh. Ghost? Naka-element naman ako. Baba ang damage dito. Baba ang damage dito. Ayun. Tumas na. Oy! Position lag. Kala ko di ako naka-charge attack. Kala ko di ako naka-position, ano yun, yung naka-sprint kagad. Kaya nag-heal. Di naglag yung charge attack. Ito isang to. Layo naman ang... So, that's it. Ilan ba? Alam ko less than hour. Kasi 1 hour to eh. Itong buffs na to. Overall, parang okay naman yung run. Hybrid between Dragon Breath and Ignition Break. Anyways, balik tayo sa town din. I-discuss ko yung gears na ginamit ko. Hindi na ako ulit ng i-run back. Kasi medyo lag talaga eh. I-discuss ko na lang yung gears na ginamit. Then yung approach, general approach. Close ko lang to. Destroy ko na yung dungeon. So basically, the build. Paano ba tayo magsisimula? The DB side, yung Dragon Breath side muna. I-discuss na lang natin. Basically, the Dragon Breath side is not, for this specific build, is not that optimized or as compared to the known version or known meta build of Dragon Breath. Yung naka-pop near scale, armor, naka-pop near helm, naka-pop near breath. My build is not like that because I don't want to spend on it kasi main Ignition Break player ako. So the sole purpose of using Dragon Breath, these 2 Dragon Breath skill, is for the clearance, mob clearance inside ED. As you saw earlier, when facing non-MVP floors, I use Dragon Breaths. Then when facing MVP floors, I use Ignition Break. So I mean, I came to the point that I don't want to invest on Dragon Breath just for the sole purpose of using it on AT. While outside AT, I use Ignition Break. So I just use what I already have. Basically, still these gears, or more on the physical side, still good for Dragon Breath because first, this gave reduce in cast delay. So per refine, it decreases your cast delay by 2%. So when refine to plus 15, this headgear acted like a kill card. So 30% decrease in attack speed. After cast delay. Then at a certain refinement, it increases physical range damage, which is good for Dragon Breath. It is physical range. So kahit papano, even if we don't have Fafnir help, this striking hat act like a Fafnir help. Then it has attack speed too, so it is possible to hit. Alam ko I can go 193. Yep, 193 attack speed, which is very beneficial when dealing with Dragon Breath spamming at max attack speed. Then next gear, this one. Actually, this is mainly for Ignition Breaks Rune Knights, but there is a hidden effect which is not stated in the text, that if you have max level of Ignition Break, it decreases the fixed cast time of all skills by 100%. So nakikita nyo kanina nakaka-spam ako ng Dragon Breath. Try natin. See? So pag tinanggal ko to, when I remove this, you will notice a casting bar, right? So that's what you call this? I mean, very buff yung item na to. Shit, naglalag. Ito, super buff. Kasi may hidden effect nga na decrease 100% fixed cast time. Plus, may slot pa siya. May slot pa siya. So, whatever you like cards. So, for this specific build, I use Pharaoh. Just to decrease the XP cost of skills. Para tipid tayo pagpa-farm saka MVP. Kasi magastos yung SP of Ignition Break. Magastos. I mean, so expensive. Another gear, this one. Another reduce in SP cost. Then, attack speed delay. Reduce in skill delay 5%. Ida. For normal DB RK users, they prefer the Fafnir armor because it boosted the Dragon Breath. I think it has long range damage too, plus the kill card effect, 30% reduction in attack speed. In cast delay. But as I said earlier, I don't want to invest more on DB just for the sake of playing 80, and 80 is just like once per week. So what's the point of buying those? I'm an Ignition Break player, so I just slot in this armor. Basically, it is very good because it leeches HP and SP during your attack. So I exchanged the extra damage for the survivability. I don't care about the extra damage boost on Dragon Breath because as you saw earlier, I can one shot non-MVP moves using Dragon Breath like on the range of 600k. So that's enough for me. I don't want to push it farther for the sake of more damage than just playing 80 once per week. No, that's that kind of argument. Then di naman masulit. I mean, I think di naman tayo for me, like this one, hindi naman tayo lagi nag-80 once per week lang, or pwede naman araw-araw kung marami kang character. My point is, parang ganito yung prinsipyo ko eh. Why you invest gears for a specific instance that you play just once? Hindi siya profitable if you try to run that build on the other instance. Well, pwede ko naman siyang gawin mag-DB sa other instance, pero like I said, I'm a Ignition Break main player. So what's the point of investing too much DB gears just for the sake of playing 80 once per week? So I just slot in what I already have, then just tweak something or buy some gears that can boost the DB to some extent that I can one-shot most of the non-MVP. So let's proceed. Ito yung sinasabi kong binili ko, 1.4 billion. This sword is mainly for Dragon Breath users because of these modifiers, plus the Solar Sword effect. When we speak Solar Sword effect, when you attack, there's a 100% chance you gain HP percentage of your attack. Yun yung Solar Sword. Familiar naman tayo dun, the Solar Sword weapon. But this can be used by Ignition Break too kasi meron siyang another effect like this one. For every one refight, additional damage to all class plus 2%, tas attack speed din. Kaya ito yung ginagamit ko when I level my second rune Naght. Is synergistic siya kasi siya sa Ignition Break. Spam mo lang Ignition Break, gain ka life. Problem solved, hindi mo na kailangan mag-pats. So ito rin yung ginamit ko sa 80. Tingnan mo nga yung pads ko, sobrang overcommitted ako sa pads to the point na parang di ko naman siya nagamit. I mean, I can take them out to save space. But well, excuse me. For the sake of preparations. Anyways, so this one, very good talaga to. Regardless if you are DB or Ignition Break, even 100 spear rune knights can use this one. Kasi as we'll proceed later on in this what do you call this, new ring. So this is my weapon. If you ask why I carded polluted Wonderman, this doesn't work on DB. Actually, ginagamit ko siya. This weapon I use for Ignition Break leveling. So I slot in physical cards. But for DB, you can slot like long range. Like, ano nga ba yung long range nila dito? Yung bago, yung sa 17.2. The spear card that increases long range per revive. That card for if you want to up your DB build. Then for shield, basically kung ano lang meron ko. I already have this long time ago. I just slot it. The good thing is it is indestructible. So strip or divert, best lang talaga problema. Pero for break shield, di tayo problema. Di tayo mawawala ng tanking. Yan. For the sake of my shield lang. And synergistic siya kasi 90 agi ako. When 90 agi, attack speed plus 5%. Kaya possible talagang nakaka 193 ako eh. Hindi ko na mapakita ngayon kasi may buffs are already worn out. Plus variable cast type kasi naka 100 dex o more than 100 dex. Excuse me. Plus 90 bit. Basically itong shield na to is synergistics on some of my stats. For the garment, actually tagal ko na rin hawak to. When I shifted to, or basically when I played 100 spear, I acquired this garment for the sake of the attack speed delay. Cast delay, then attack speed, then perfect hit. Basically yun lang yan. It has after cast delay reduction per refine, so 13%. Good din siya sa DB, tagabawas ng attack speed. Cast delay, attack speed. May attack speed increase din to eh. 10%. That's perfect hit. Tapos pag suot mo parehas, when you wore both striking hat and this garment, may plus 25% long range ka pa. Additional. Yeah, this one. Tapos may 5 SP hiccup. So basically, kahit hindi ako perfect Dragon Breath build or the skill, but some of my physical gears I can use to have some synergistic effect. So parang although I'm dealing less, but yung effectivity ko like yung stack speed, cast delay, gain SP, kuha ko naman. So worth compensation I guess. And to note, hindi naman talaga ako TP player. I'm not really a TP main player. So, moving further, ito, Randgris. Again, when I played 100 Spear, essential to. This is the core pieces for 100 Spear because it reduces the cooldown of 100 Spear by 1 second. If you try to equip Illusion Pole Axe, then Refine plus 13, another minus 2 seconds. So, spammable na yung 100 Spear mo. Yun yung mga previous content ko sa YouTube. That content na nai-spam ko yung 100 Spear. Plus, kung meron kang max, basically, kung meron kang Dragon Breath at Water na skill for every 2 level plus 3 all stat, meron tayong tick 10. So, that's 20 total. Divide mo by 2. That's 10 times 3. 30. So, meron akong 10 plus 30 all stats. So, ito rin yung gear that is significant that I can instant cast DB. Actually, worn out na yung buffs ko. Or when we try to rebuffs. Kaya, I mean, I built this one as based on Randgris spam. I mean, no variable cast time. Kasi kinuha ko yung 530 casting time. Tapos yung health ng plus 30 all stats dito. So yun yung build. That's why I can spam ignition break plus the cooldown reduction of this. So spammable yung ignition break in this build. So moving forward, ito yung sinasabi ko. I mean, this is one of the new gear for CP48, including this one. Ito talaga, I mean, this is designed for Dragon Breath users. Kasi meron kang pit plus 20 HP yan. Max HP plus 15% HP rin yan. LRD plus 10% HP. Then, this one. For every 2 base level, increase the Dragon Breath and the fire, water rather, by 1%. So, DB gears talaga tong YSF na to. May hinalo lang sila na yung pang 100 spear. Yung last part. Damage 100 spear tapos yung cooldown reduction. So, if you ask me, you can build a hybrid of DB then 100 spear if you want to ignore the ignition break. Kasi I mean for today's meta, medyo some of the ignition break, especially their prices, spike. So if you want to like hybrid type that you can go physical with DB, I suggest you can go Dragon Breath then 100 spear, then get this ring, the YSF ring. Synergistic din itong Rune Grip because it increases the 100 spear too. Tapos may cast delay din to, 20%. Then the standard Dragon, the standard Demon Mask PDM. For stat ano lang yan, stat manipulation. Gano'n lang siya para I can do instant cast plus the piercing effect for a while. Okay, we are back. Basically, ano lang to, stat manipulation. So, if you need some luck, extra agi, extra beat, gano'n lang siya. But, mamaya I discuss ko why I use this instead of to Jaspering when I transition to ignition break. So, this setup, may Dragon Breath setup. Then, this setup is my ignition break setup. Ship natin. Ganun pa rin yan. I mean, I can still instant cast the ignition break. So, I will discuss yung additional gears. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Or yung questionnaire ni Sir Jim na Tyrant of Earth or Passage Necklace. Basically, my build is not the strength lock, typical strength lock for ignition break. Because I spread out some stats into Dex and Int so I can instant cast Dragon Breath and Ignition Break. So I lessen the luck. So if you try to use Passage Necklace on that skill build, it will deal less damage compared to Tyrant Earth, assuming they are both level 200. Kasi ito basically base level. It computed the base level scaling. So if you level 200 like this one, divide 10 mo lang. So 10 yung scale niya, then for every 10 base level, meron kang 1% increased damage sa lahat ng sizes. So basically 200 divide 10, that's 20. Tama ba? That's 20. So 20 times 1, so basically at maximum level. For now, kasi we don't have port jobs, which is 4 jobs can go, can go 250. But that's another discussion for another day. So basically, maximum damage for this setup, 20%. It is still the same if you try to use Passage Necklace at 125 luck and 125 strength. 250 yung sum, then divided by 50 times 4, times 5. Then times 4 yung scaling per damage to all size, 20%. Still the same. Like I said earlier, this gear is highly, uh, such a highly, what you call this, kumbaga, for build that don't use luck much, basically, like this one. Then, for the armor of the ignition break, 70.2 content, the automatic armors with wave break enchant, ignition break damage, sonic wave damage, plus yung una natin pansinin the cooldown reduction because this headgear is already reducing your ignition break cooldown by 2.5 seconds. For iRO standard, 2 seconds lang naman. So, for the sake of additional, for the sake of additional ignition break damage, yun lang yung purpose niya. Pero I ignore this cooldown reduction. 2 pieces, epic module, you can enchant up to 2 epic module. Then unique module, attacker force, plus 20 attack, melee damage plus 10%, physical damage to all sizes pag na max refine 11, 5%. Tapos carded ng restless dead card, nababasag na si armor. I wish this was unbreakable but it doesn't. Weapon full force, so basically the trending weapon for ignition break rune knights or critical rune knights. Ano bang OCP to? OCP 46, forgot that. Then set effect sa Doppelganger. Basically, pag when you set it with Doppelganger, tas above 100 na level ka, increases the physical damage by 10% per refine. This is plus 18. So I have 180% increase in physical damage. Kaya talagang, as you saw earlier, I can one-shot most of the NPP sa ET. Kaya medyo I was faster clearing MVP floors due to ignition break, due to this weapon brother. Then Arabian Manchu, basically crit, i-increase the crit damage and crit stat. Kasi for ignition break, we need 100 more. Actually, with 100 as your initial requirement, then you offset some crit to take account for crit shield of the MVP. So ideally 130 to 140. That's good. Unlike in GX 200 for dual weapons or 100 plus for Qatar. Then Petal card for increase in crit damage. Same pa rin. The Rune Greave. Ito, Jasper Ring for physical ignition break damage. Yun lang. Ito yung ring for ignition break damage. Tapos Gigantes card. Then okay, then this one, balik tayo dito. Like I said earlier, I will revisit this. As you may notice, that my stat build is not, when we speak of PDM and physical builds, they typically build theirs at 125 luck or 126 luck because for every 18 luck or basically 126 divided 18, bagal ako sa calcu. Patay calcu. 126 divided 18. That's 7 multiplier. So 7 times 15% depth piercing. So that is 105%. So basically 126 luck. You ignore the defense of the target. But for this specific build, hindi tayo ganun. We set only at 64 luck or basically 54 yung pinakamalapit. That is times 3, I think. 54 divided 80 niya. That's times 3 multiplier, 3 times 15%. That is only 45% depth piercing on this side. Mamaya malalaman nyo where I can get the other percentage to get or to dish out 100%. depth piercing. So basically this set, the Ivy set, and this one, the Dragon Breath set. Sir Maru, welcome po sa ating stream. Then going forward sa ating Shadow Gears. Again, for DB users, they are using Fire Breath weapon, Fire Breath accessory, then either hasty or reload set. But you know, I don't invest on it because I only played ET once per week. So, mensahe lang yung Cenia ko doon. I can almost run. I mean, as you saw earlier, no need to go further on DB gears. So basically, my Shadow gears are for the ignition break, except for one. Ito, except for this one. Basically, this is a long range 5% because I have level 10 spear mastery. It helps on DB, kaya ako siya nilagay kasi previously I was using 100 spear and this Paladin Middle Enchanted costume one of my primary costume set, or basically costume enchanted for 100 spear. So I just slot in for DB kasi DB is long range, so it works. But for all other gears, these are mainly either ignition break increasing or critical damage increasing. Ito, I will start in the garment. The Galloping Cross 2. So basically, initially it has 15% increase in crit damage. Then yung Qatar Mastery, it is exclusive for GX lang. Because I mean the double attack. If you have Qatar Mastery, we don't have Qatar Mastery, so we can't do double attack. So ang habol lang natin dito is the first 15% critical damage. Then when we combo it with Assassin Cross 2 upper, 5% attack, type 2 by the way, and another 15% damage critical. Meron tayo niyan. Sin X2. Ayun. Although the effect of the Sin X2 wala talaga di natin makukuha yan kasi we don't have a Salt Destroyer. But this set, the garment and the upper, we have 30% crit damage, then plus 5% ATK percent, or the type 2%, type 2 ATK, which it helps for ignition break kasi nagki-crit yung ignition break natin. Critical skill na siya ngayon. Then critical shadow for additional plus 10 crit para pag nag-shift tayo sa ignition break. So pakita natin. Yeah, this one. Para mataas ang crit base natin, ma-offset natin yung crit shield ng target. So when I shift to IB gears, this one, the upper one, ito yung part ng IB gears ko, the middle one. Fatal, critical enchant lang naman. Additional crit damage for ignition break. Then aesthetic, just aesthetic effect, nothing out of the ordinary. Then ignition weapon, obviously, kasi we are ignition break Moonlight. Tapos i-combo mo siya dito sa Moonlight Shadow Shield. When you equip this simultaneously, you have initially 40% depth piercing. Ito. Then additional depth piercing on their total refinement. So 10 plus 10, 20. So meron kang 40 initially plus 20%, that's 60. Then as I mentioned earlier, yung PDM ko, may initial na 45% ako depth pierce. So may sa kabilang side naman, sa shadow side, may 60%. So I have 105%. So that's enough to pierce all targets when I'm using Ignition Break. Kaya mabilis din natatapos yung MVP. So I already discussed this, the garment, then all ratios, additional damage for races. Then the other ignition parts, additional ignition break damage. This one actually doesn't help na rin sa cooldown kasi this gear already reduced to 0. So wala na rin use to, but for the sake of the set, kasi may set effects siya. Pag suot mo yung tatlo, may additional ignition break damage. So why not use it? So yeah, I mean, yan yung overall gears ko when I do ET. Pero outside ET, ignition break talaga yung dala ko. Hindi ko dala to. Then for the skill build, ito for the swordsman. Basta you have maximum increase HP recovery. That is highly required. Parang ano yan auto-patting mo yan. You gain HP. As you walk or sit, then additional HP when you pats. Then for the trance, hindi pa rin mawawala yung 200 sword. Kasi may 200 sword tayo So basically the parry, the 200 quicken. Spear Mastery 10 dahil meron tayo Paladin middle. Then yung mga typical supporting skills for trans Rune Knight. Primary Spear just for the sake of leveling earlier. Rune Knight, Lord Knight rather. Which is doesn't matter kasi you can reset before you go to third jump. You can reset many times at easily. Then for the Rune Knight skill build, basically the Ignition Break kasi ito talaga yung main natin. I max it. Max din yung Wind Cutter because of the onslaught. Not onslaught, na Jaspering. And if Wind Cutter is level 5, increased boss damage lang. Tapos if Sonic Wave is level 10 or max, meron kang additional 10% attack speed. Tapos may leech ka, which is beneficial. Kaya minax ko na rin yung Sonic Wave. Yung Deathbound, hindi ko na siya level 10 because it is not really necessary in my opinion. Because Ignition Break already ignore Flee kasi critical skill na nga siya. So committing level 10 Deathbound for now, take note of it, for now, is not really necessary. But if you want to project your build factoring Jasper Circlet, you can max it now. Because if War Portal, let's say, didn't nerf the Jasper Circlet, meron doon na effect na for every level of Deathbound, ignore the defense of target by 10%. So basically, level 10 Deathbound is 100% death piercing. So when that gear comes, kung di siya nerfed, I might change it. Pwede rin hindi kasi meron na rin akong death piercing dito sa side na to. 60% na to So assuming na may Jasper Circlet, may level 5, that's 50%. Basically, I can pierce. Same, I can pierce. So I'm depending. So level 5, then level 5 enchant blade. Hindi ko yan minamax. Kasi pang physical lang yan yung palo-palo. It doesn't work on skills. Though it gives me attack speed when activating as long as you have Rune Knight Shield. Then obviously max level Rune Mastery because you will craft runes. Hindi ka Rune Knight kung hindi ka nag-runes. I mean for the sake of that argument. Yeah. So basically you can craft runes with that passive skill. Then I skip 100 Spear kasi hindi na siya kasya. I mean, the skill points is not enough to cover, although I can put it, but I think on level 1, no, not worth it. So I skip it. Previously, I was Ignition Break 100 Spear build. Wala to. I don't have DB skill. Then I transition to DB and 100 Spear. Sorry, DB and Ignition Break. Then for the DB side, syempre requirement siya, Dragon Riding. Kasi di ka makapag-DB if you don't ride dragons. Then max DB, just for the sake of eating. Although you can question me, well, you can use 100 Spear for non-MVP floors, then use Ignition Break on MVP floors. Well, that is technically possible and acceptable approach. But for me, it is like kinda slow because 100 Spear target the move. So you need to like move closer just to target it. I think 7 cell range. Unlike Dragon Breath, you target the floor, not the moves, which is hindi pa ako sanay. I mean, I'm not used to it for now. I target the moves, but you can target the floor. Then I think 10 cell range or 11, which is basically it is longer range. So basically you can target the floor with, I mean away from the screen. So I think in my opinion, mabilis mag-clear pag Dragon Breath kaysa sa 100 Spear. Though you can use 100 Spear too, it depends on your preference. But for me, for now, this is my skill build. So yeah, so for auxiliary items, although di ko nga nagagamit yung iba like this one for energy coat, Kyrie, grid, di na ako nag-grid eh. I mean, cards lang naman habol natin sa 80. Eto, power maximize. Well, for the sake of like faster transitions, faster kill, di na yan. Pero for instances that you can prepare before entering the final stage or the final boss, you can use it. You can power maximize. Clever and clip kasi may mga hidden mobs that using cloaking, hiding. So you can rebuild them. Extra weapon. Basta elemental. I think ginagamit ko to sa floor 92, Catherine. Either IDB, no. Ignition break. Kasi mga ghost yun eh. Which is not a problem when doing Dragon Breath because may element na rin mismo yung Dragon Breath eh. GTB shield. Ano lang to? I mean, for the some mobs that like Catherine that uses Jupiter Thunder and floor 100. But if you are like faster enough, like you can sprint towards Crothen, or you can tank the multiple skill like you saw earlier. Nagpagpa nga yung position ko kaya di ko alam na nasa harap na pala ako. Yeah, you can use it. Then Kirin Horn, enable level 6 Agi. Increase Agi. Jupiter Thunder. Ring of Jupiter, enable level 5 blessing. Although may boss damage din to, but this gear doesn't help me much kasi 64 luck lang ako eh. Kung naka 125 lang ako, yes, I can use it. Then itong mga typical shifting gears ko sa DB side. So, yun lang yung dala ko for it. Pangat ng run natin. Actually nga meron nga akong HE gamay, forgot it, but well, next time na lang when I run another ET for like next session. Or if I manage to max my second arcane. Kasi it has different skill build. Hindi siya instant kasi na ignition break. Less yung dex niya. In. So, I will try it out too sa 80. Pero same siya ng skill build. Meron din siyang DB. Again, for the sake of faster 80 clearing, may DB talaga ako dun. So yeah, yan yung explanation nung aking build. So, dito muna tayo. I-end muna lang natin. Nakaka 1 hour may na minda. Sa mga late na makakapanood ng stream, i-upload ko to sa YouTube. Lalagyan ko na lang siya ng mga timestamp para you can jump specific. Kasi bala ko dito magta-timestamp ako sa mga MVP floors. Then, ita-timestamp ko rin tong build explanation para sa mga nagtatanong bakit ganun yung build ng Moonlight ko. So, yeah, ganyan muna for now. Yeah, bye-bye na muna. And happy Independence Day sa Pilipinas. June 12 na eh. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.